Hello, and welcome back to the Friday Feels episode of the U Up podcast. I'm Jordana Abraham.
And I am Jared Freid. It is so good to be back here with you, Jordana. How are you? What's going on? What's the haps? What's going down?
What's going on? How am I feeling? It's Friday.
Yeah. How you feeling?
I'm feeling tired, but I'm feeling good. I'm excited to be here.
Tie and excited to be here.
Yes. How about you? How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm chilling. I'm here in D-Ray Beach. I'm in Delray.
D-Ray? Who calls it that?
Now me. This is what I'm calling it.
Okay.
Took my beach walk this morning, feeling refreshed. I'm at the gym. I got shows this weekend up in New Jersey and Connecticut, so I'll be traveling to the Northeast. But I'm going to be in Maine. I'm excited to be in Maine. I love the way life should be. Portland, Maine, and also Huntington, Long Island. For those of you waiting to hear
I will be there.
Recap of my visit to Jordana and Mike's house. Sign up for benefits. It came out on the 20th. Go. Sign up. If you're not a benefit subscriber, you get 2 extra episodes a month. You get ad-free episodes. You get videos. So
Day early.
So like benefits. And we the thing about the subscribers, we say pretty consistent. People stick around once they sign up. So that's a really good feeling to see.
Yes.
Yeah, but otherwise I got shows and the special. I have a special coming out on Netflix. It's coming September.
It's coming. Something's coming. Are you allowed to say the date?
I can say September. Let me just say September, okay. But we're going to have a bigger announcement. You know, they tell you not to say anything and here's the reason they tell you not to say anything. They want as many likes and interaction with the social media as possible. So if I trickle this out, like that's the sad state of the world we live in, is that we're kind of all trying to maneuver around this algorithm that we're treating like it's a god. And that is my request of the audience, is that let's try and, be my
sacrifice
request
to Father Algorithm.
Here's your sacrifice to Father Algorithm. Watch the special as soon as it comes out. That is very helpful. Just even if you don't watch it, turn it on, let it run. You'll watch it later, but watch it early. Watch it often. Share, please. God, I want this special to be seen. And Jordana,
it is an amazing special.
And it's a Betches and J Train production, just like this podcast.
I am very proud of it. As a
producer.
Yes, as a producer, I am very proud of this special. I've seen it like 4 or 5 times. It's funny every single time. So even if you watch it day 1, watch it day 2 again.
That's right.
Pick up on some jokes you may have not picked up on the first time. It's an amazing.
And make sure to watch till the end, because there's a special surprise at the end. There is hidden camera that I put, and I did this for the first one, and I did it again.
Are your parents now like they just expect a hidden camera?
In the hidden camera, my mom's going, "Are you taping us? Are you taping us?" And I'm like, right. No. So she's like, but that's how they are. That's like that's how they act. She would be like, "Oh, you're taping us." So you could see it so we put hidden cameras in the car during the credits. You'll see my parents if you want to see them. And but there's going to be a lot of parent stuff to promote it. I'm going to do the trailer. I'm going to tape it down here in Delray with them.
Ooh, I'm excited.
So something's coming.
Something's coming. I mean, he just told you what's coming, so now you know.
So now you know. Let's do some emails. You ready?
Let's jump right in. I'm proud of us.
I'm proud of us. Right in. UUP@Betches.com. Send in your emails. We want all your dating, relationships, marriage, anything you're going through relationship-wise, send it in UUP@Betches.com. And if you want to read a great book about dating, Walking Red Flag is out. You can buy the book. I'm getting so many heartfelt messages about the book. My God, I got to keep a tissue box with me.
Oh,
so many people telling me how much it's helped their life. Like, that's like,
do people highlight it?
Like
highlight special parts.
They said, I'm sitting here crying. I don't know why. I'm laughing. I don't know why. It's all the emotions. It's great.
You said people really love the audiobook too, right?
They love the audiobook because it's, if you're a listener to this podcast, it's me. It's you can hear me like how I would tell the story, which is, because it's a lot of personal stories. It's a lot of personal, anecdotes. Like, this isn't just a dating book telling you what to do. That's the thing. Like, I think a lot of dating books is, here are the rules. Here's how to act like a bad bitch. Here, there's going to be dating books. Oh, I saw someone post something. They have a dating book. They were talking about how date a guy who can travel because, your guy's going to suck, but you still want to travel. It was such a horrific message. I was like, this person has a dating book. Like, this is the inmates listening to another inmate at the asylum. Like, this is a crazy. If you want to actually, the blind leading the blind. If you want to actually get helped by a book, like, I am confident. My brother read it. My brother read the book. And he was like, you're explaining this book all wrong. He's like, I loved it. My parents, my family, we're not a blow smoke family. Like, I hope that
I think that's come across by now.
My brother was like, you're explaining this book all wrong. He's like, I read this. I was like, this is my life. And he was like, this is exactly what I thought while dating. He's like, this is what. So if you're a woman out there mystified by the male mind in any way, like, I would.
Key.
This is the key. This is going to give you all the answers to the test to know what you should and shouldn't be stressed about. Like, this is like, I honestly, like, I can't. And my brother was like, why are you talking down on the book? He thought I was like, I don't want to be a bragger.
Are you talking down on the book?
I do a little bit of a song and dance where I'm like, I think what I've been doing, I don't know how the book relates to my life right now. Like, now that it's done, I don't know
where to put it.
My career, a lot of the things I do are so that 2 years from now will be better. When I work on a joke on stage, it's for the special I'm going to tape a year from now or months from now. Or, when I do the show is the gift, like when I do the stand-up show in Huntington, Long Island, that's the win. I'm winning, like, that's the joy, all the other stuff. So when I have a book that I did and I was happy to do it and I had fun doing it, but what does it produce for me? If it doesn't grow my, following career, it's hard for me to.
It's legitimizing.
It is legitimizing. I that's something, but I don't know. I never wanted to be an author.
Right.
So it's hard for me to shut the fuck up
like
and just go, it's a great book. Right. I'm just such a talker. I should shut up more.
Sounds like the book speaks for itself.
It does. I think it's good. I think it's funny. I think it's helpful. Like this podcast. I think it's good. I think it's funny. I think it's helpful. Like, there's a reason we've been around. No. Yes. And there's a reason, your podcast that you listen to because they were famous and they already had a following is around and then not around and not that great. They don't have much to fucking say.
We do.
We got a lot to say.
Let's do a petty or prudent.
Let's do it.
Hi, J&J. I've listened to every episode and I want to thank you so much for all of the laughs and for making me a better dater. I went to Jared's Tampa show and it was amazing. And I loved your outfit. What did you wear?
What did I wear in Tampa?
You should post links.
I should post. Do you post links and you get paid on those links?
You do, yeah. You get a commission.
What do? You guys? Should I start doing that? I'd like some
do you have
commission.
I think like you have a lot of female followers that might buy your outfits for their boyfriends. Yeah.
Right. I've gotten that before.
See how it goes.
Listen, if you want to know, Quince, I am a Quince buyer. I mean, they sponsor this podcast. I do like their stuff. Yeah, maybe I'll try it out. I get a lot of comments on my watch.
Yeah. Anything you get a lot of anything a lot of people are asking about.
Yes.
But people want to know.
I get comments on the watch because people think it's a Rolex and it's not. And I'm not wearing it to look like I'm in a Rolex.
Right. It's not shilling stuff. It's not gatekeeping where you get your cool stuff.
Right. That's how Gen Z
that's how you
turned
have to
it around.
Mentally explain it to yourself.
Right. Gen Z hates capitalists, so now they're not gatekeeping. That's the move. It's all about marketing. All right.
Now on to my petty or prudent. We love petty or prudent. Basically, someone does something after they end things. Is it petty? It needed to be done. Is it petty? Did not need to be done, or prudent? Needed to be done.
I love this email, by the way. Let me just give a shout out to this person. Just great email.
Great email. Specific. All right.
Yes, with screenshots.
I was on a 3-month dating hiatus following a breakup until recently. I learned about a singles mixer happening near me, and I thought it would be a fun way to get back out there. At the mixer, you complete a questionnaire on your phone, and then they match you with 3 compatible singles, with mingling throughout. I live in the Hyde Park area of Tampa, which is where a lot of young, attractive singles go out. My honest review is these events are attended by people who have not had success on the apps. I could go into a lot of detail, but I'll just say the odds are good, but the goods are odd. I would say that a lot of people have that feeling about singles events.
Listen, I would say we had a singles event. We had a mixer. I think we called it a mixer. We hated the name mixer.
Right.
The people who went were all great. Like they were like just nice and like I felt old because I was like, look at everyone here. Looks nice and
you're like the mom at the bar mitzvah.
Right. And everyone is nice and shakes your hand and is a gentleman. But I would say that like the type of person that goes to a mixer, I would also say this is the type of person that goes to a mixer, someone who describes their life as 3-month dating hiatus. Like to take that type of organization with your dating life, you are also the type that goes to a mixer.
Can we say, and do you think that this is a sexist thing to say, but would you agree that there are more normal women at these events than there are normal men?
Well, I would say that the type of woman who says I was on a 3-month dating hiatus following a breakup until recently, and then decides actively to go to a dating mixer is more like the general population of women who look at dating as something to be worked on, something to be, trying for. Whereas for men, dating kind of just happens to them along the way, So I think the type of man, it would be more outside of the normal for a man to take stock and ownership of their dating life in the same way. That's me not being political or too kind. I just think that's the reality.
Right. Yes.
So like if someone was to be, on the ball with their dating life in that way as a man, I would go, that's not normal for many men.
Right.
So you're going to get at a dating mixer, either someone who's like really trying to math this thing out, or you're going to get someone who's like looking for answers in a place that they find a lot of trouble in as a man. Where most men don't, and again, normal is all kind of in quotes here, but most men don't think they have a dating problem,
Right. More than a woman might second guess herself in that way. Okay.
Totally. So I think that's why the numbers are askew where you go, oh, these are just, the types at a dating event. I'm dancing around words because it's very easy. It's very easy to be mean about this topic.
Yeah, and I wasn't trying to do that.
No. I know you're not. I'm just saying, even for me, I'm trying to not be mean, but I mean what I say. Like when I met the men that go to a dating event I thought the men at our event were more normal than the normal dating event. Yes. Like I'll say that.
I agree. Yeah.
But I've been to dating events that were not approved. And it was always gentlemen who took this seriously.
Right.
Again, there's good and bad to that. There's good because you got someone who's zoned in. It's bad because, maybe being social isn't that person's strong suit.
Right. Yes. Or there's an intensity perhaps that they have around dating that's not working for them.
Totally. And they don't know how to fix that. Like that's where like, why does a man sign up for a dating coach? It's usually they're looking for a social coach.
Right. Yes. Okay. Well, let me finish I'll get into the rest of the email.
No,
Okay.
I think it's a worthwhile topic. But
Yes. Of the 3 people I matched with, there was one guy who was more put together than the others. So when we were chatting, drinks were flowing, and he asked me to take out my calendar to set up a date. I went with it. He really was not my type, but it was fun to chat and be out there again. Fast forward to a couple of days later, after the drinks have worn off, I'm attending an out-of-state funeral, so my thoughts are not really on dating. The guy reaches out via text to solidify a date, and I decide that I'm not really feeling it. How he responded shocked me and made me laugh. The question is, who was petty and who was prudent, or are we both petty? Here are the screenshots of our conversation. Okay, so I will be her.
I'll be him. So I think we should start from the beginning. She says to start later, but I think let's get a view. It's not that long a conversation, but let's get a taste of how it's going. Okay?
Okay. All right.
So Thursday night, it ends. He sends the text to the phone to let her know that it's his number. Hey, it's blank, the teacher in the white button-up. She doesn't answer. So now...
That's right. I assume maybe he sent that at the event or like right after the event. Okay.
And then later in the night, did you get home safe? I ended up having Chipotle because Jimmy John's was closed. It was really great meeting you.
It was really great meeting you too. I made it home safely. I'm sorry about Jimmy John's. I love a good Sammy. Anyway, I hope you made it home safely too.
So now he doesn't answer that, and he starts the conversation that Saturday. Hey, you, smiley face, how you feeling about tomorrow night picnic?
Okay.
No answer.
No answer until the next day.
The next day,
yes.
Still want to see you tonight. How was your day?
Okay. Hey, I'm sorry you haven't heard from me. I got back really early this morning from the funeral I went to in New Hampshire. I was thinking more about it, and I don't want to waste your time or my own. I'm sorry I don't see a love match, and I think I just got swept up in the fun of the moment when I gave you my phone number. I hope you're not upset.
Actually pissed you were my number one. Giving out your number like it's a free sample at Costco.
That's a little harsh.
And then no answer. And then a week and a half later, I have front row lightning tickets on the glass for this week. Would you want to go?
Sorry, I'll be busy at my Costco shift that day, but thank you for thinking of me.
It's okay. I was thinking more about it and wouldn't want to waste my time with you at the game. Got swept up in the moment of getting the tickets when I sent you the text.
Wow, these two people really
they both went down swinging, so to speak.
Yes. They both went down a petty route.
Right. What do you think? Petty or prudent? Is he being petty? Is she being petty? Are they both petty?
I think he's being petty. I think that like I could see him being disappointed. It is like disappointing to feel like you had a good vibe and then someone rejects you. This guy is clearly very frustrated with dating. He's at this dating event in the first place. I think, like we just said, that kind of is a guy who's very frustrated by dating. She says no to his date. I mean, suggesting a picnic first date. Talked about that already. A little weird. I don't think her text was great. I would have edited it personally. Her rejection text, I think, had a little too much in it personally. But I think he responds in a even pettier way than her.
Right. I had the same reaction that like he's being petty.
Yes.
Again, you go to a dating event and like she could just say less. You know, but we're only saying that because she's the one writing to us, so we hope she's listening. You know, to let her know. Like, I'm not saying that in a, like, what she wrote, I don't know why. I guess I know why she wrote it, but like, it kind of goes hand in hand with like I'm taking a 3-month hiatus and, you know, this whole, like, she's letting us know, like, to let us know, oh, you know, I got swept up. You're not usually my type. Like, he doesn't need to know that, you know, like.
Right. That's not really right. You wanted to go out in the moment. You decided later you actually weren't into it. This could happen at any situation. This could happen when you meet someone on a dating app.
Right. And it could happen with someone that you really liked in the first place and then got turned off by and didn't want to do it. Like and in his mind, he's doing everything right. He went to the dating event. He spoke to someone in real life. He would love to go on a date. He invites you to he says, I'm going to take you on a picnic. Like, to him, again, the type of guy who goes to a dating event, this is math. Like I did the thing that every dating podcast said I should do. Every woman angry on TikTok, make a plan. I just did.
Right. He's frustrated.
Right. And you and I would go, picnic, how about just drinks? Like, let's not like overthink this. Like, we would give him different advice than the angry woman who says make a plan. Like, all plans are not the same, so there's advice for him here, but I think I would have my feelings a little hurt too if and I'm saying this
right
to her directly. If someone said, I got caught up in everything else
but you,
and then I came back to, once I came down from the high of leaving the house, I remembered you're a loser.
Right.
Again,
I hope you're not upset. I would get rid of that line.
Right. It could have just been, hey, I can't do tonight. I'm dealing with a death in the family. It's probably not a great time for me to date. And I'm sorry that maybe I got ahead of myself. Done. Like, good luck with everything. Like, even that, done.
Right. Yeah, I agree. I think it almost comes up a little condescending. I think her ending text to him, it doesn't need to be that much. That being said, his response.
Oh, he's petty.
Extremely petty. Yes.
He's petty.
He's trying to basically make her like sort of slut shame her phone number giving out or something.
Right. That's
like,
crazy.
Oh, you don't even like, you're not even precious about like who you will give your number to. Like, that has like a slut shaming energy to me.
At a dating event, at a place you're supposed to give your number out to many people. Like, my assumption of any dating event is that you're going to give your number out to a lot of people you don't end up going out with. Like, that would be how I would play it.
The insinuation to me is that she's like fast, which is weird.
No, he's wrong. He's looking to make her feel bad in any way he can. But that's because he feels bad. And I would say to her, if I read that text as him, I would feel badly. I would be like, it would sting.
Right. It wouldn't warrant that response. Yeah.
How I would handle it, I would hope would be different. But I like to use language like I hope, because I don't know. Maybe I would respond. I don't know how bad a day I'm having or how bad a day this guy's having.
I can't imagine you giving out your number like it's a free sample of Costco to anyone.
Right. If I did, it would be to get her to laugh, to try and get her to go out with me. He kind of just leaves it off as like, I guess you just give your number out to anybody.
Right.
And doesn't answer. And like, I think that even if she was like, that's a little harsh, and he was like, LOL, I'm sorry. It stings a little bit to be turned down, but if you ever change your mind, I'd love to take your free sample once again. So if he had come back with that,
right,
it could have been softened. It could have been, hey, maybe we meet in the future. You have my number in case you want it. He could have came back from this. That's how, so.
But then he wouldn't be the kind of guy that maybe is at this dating event, potentially.
And I think that's the thing with women and dating. I think you got it sometimes. And he's the petty one. She's a little petty, but not in the petty of a life. He's petty. Let me make sure I get that out there. He answered wrong. He's being a dick.
Yes. And then when he texts her again a week and a half later about the front row tickets to the Lightning thing, I would have not answered.
I would have not answered, right.
She's now clearly the comment got to her
right
a little bit, which was his goal.
Mm-hmm.
Because she responds sort of like making fun of the comment. And then he responds again, even more illusory. Wouldn't want to waste my time with you at the game.
Right.
When just asked her about it,
right. You just asked me. If we wanted to get deep on it, that was his way. Again, like you said, like, I'm able to like, hey, you got my number. I'm able to recover from stupid Costco comment. Maybe he doesn't have the social ability to do that, but in his small way, I'm sure he thought inviting her to a Lightning game was the way to do that. And when she didn't come back with like, when he couldn't really apologize to that, you might not want to be with someone like that in the first place,
right. I mean, his whole interaction is like, has so many flaws. Like, why would you ask someone on that elaborate of a date after they've already rejected you is also crazy. Like, he's like, and then if she said yes, what?
Right.
Maybe she said yes because she wants to go to the game where you have really good seats. Like, why would, like, it doesn't make any sense that he would ask her that in that way.
Right. And you have to eat it so hard in dating. And some people just can't eat it. Like, she, the beginning of the text, he texts her the day before, hey, let's go get a picnic. No answer. So he's probably stewing about it. And then the next day, he didn't text her until 5 o'clock at night. So he knows water's kind of under the bridge. I don't think the picnic is happening at 10 o'clock at night. So still want to see you tonight. How was your day? So he's trying to like reopen that. Then he gets turned down. And he's like, he knew he was going to get turned down, but it's like his thoughts came true, which sucks. But he's also got to be
a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's probably
right.
Thoughts came true, maybe because he's giving off that energy.
Right. So, yeah, he's petty, but let's try and
she's also a little petty, but
she's what I was trying to get to is like when you go to a dating event, you're there. You're the loser too. So I think she's got to put that. She's kind of like when she's writing this whole thing out as a breakup, she's kind of like explaining why she was at the dating event. A lot of her preconceived notions of the dating event or her feelings from the dating event and the type of person were there were shown in that text. And we got the candor of the email, so we know how she felt. But like,
yeah, but I wouldn't reject someone by saying like, I actually don't really like you. I just don't think that's necessary. Right. I sobered up and I realized I am not interested in you at all.
Oh, when the drinks wore off, I was like, oh, yeah. Let's do another email. You ready?
All right, let's do another one.
J&J, longtime listener, subscriber, not first-time writer, laughing face emoji. I want some perspective and advice on a situation I found myself in a few times lately that is really starting to get me more than ever before. I'm 29 and single, and I'm in the thick of wedding season of life. I've been going to a couple of weddings a year regularly for the last 3 years, and I've been single the whole time. In the past, it's never really given me those wedding blues or jealousy that a lot of people experience when going to weddings. Lately, though, I feel that's changed because I've noticed that a lot of the weddings I'm going to, I'm the only one single in my friend group there. For example, a couple weeks ago, I was at this amazing wedding in the Hamptons with all my high school friends, and it was just me and my one girlfriend who has a boyfriend that couldn't come, and then everyone else was in a couple. Next weekend, I'm going to Chicago for a college friend's wedding, and it's the same situation, me and one single friend with all our best friends and their boyfriends. Honestly, I found myself at a point where I'm feeling really unexcited, a little bitter about tagging along in these couple-centric environments and feeling jealous that all of my friends are getting to introduce their boyfriends and have these really fun experiences all together as a group, while me and one friend just kind of lurk as the single ones. And it's not even the fun type of single where we get to hook up with random guys at these weddings or flirt with people, because literally almost everyone else there is in a relationship, and it's so rare that there's anyone to mingle with that isn't already in a couple. In general, I feel like I'm getting to the point in life where almost all of my friends are in relationships now, and I feel like I blinked and the boat left without me. I'm not really sure how to stop feeling left out and like I'm missing all these fun bonding milestones with people I love, where I don't have someone by my side experiencing these things as a unit. Do you guys have any advice for how to keep perspective or a positive spin on these situations where I'm just feeling really left out and kind of pessimistic about being alone during all these really fun memories and opportunities to bond with my friends? I'm trying to not be a buzzkill, but it's getting harder and harder. Signed, not even at the singles table because I'm ninth wheeling the couples table. Jordana, what do we think?
I'd like to validate this feeling. I think to start off, I think that's like, I mean, we just talked about this on benefits. There is like a thing with women where it does feel like, it feels like better to feel like you're doing something with your friends. Like everyone is in this stage and I'm experiencing this stage parallel to you. I think that there is like a sense of comfort in that. And there's a sense, I think there's this feeling of being left behind in the relationship area for a lot of women when they're towards the end of the group of people getting these things, whether it's getting married or having kids. I mean, I've talked about my own feeling around that too. We just talked about how that sort of can be like a thing that it feels less lonely to both go through together and to not go through with someone. So I could totally validate having this feeling. My advice to her is to find more single friends.
Okay.
Because she's 29.
Yeah.
They're out there. And I think I do think that like being around people who are in a totally different life stage than you when you want to be in that stage constantly, I mean, I think there's ways to improve your attitude, but I think hanging out with people who are in the same stage of life as you is like key to feeling really good about yourself and really good about your life.
Mm-hmm. What does she do about the weddings, though?
You're like, that's nice, but
no, but I agree with you. She's got to open up her world a little bit more.
Right.
Otherwise, like, and I think that will make her feel, you know, she'll have a group to go out with, and she'll have people that are in the same space as her, and won't feel as weird, you know, to be single, especially if everyone else is moving on to the next step.
I also think she'll feel more refreshed at these weddings. Like, she won't feel as like, this is my whole life at these weddings, because it can feel that way, I'm sure, when you're at these weddings and like everyone is coupled and you're kind of like feel like the odd sad person out. And she's wondering if people almost feel bad for her. She feels left out of, like, you know, the coupley things that couples do. And so I think that if she had more experiences outside of these weddings where she was going out and having fun, and she says it's not even like, she sounds like she's down to have fun. She said it's not even the kind of weddings where you can like hook up with like the other single guys there. Like, I'm the only single person there at all. I think if she's having more of those experiences where she's reaping like the benefits of being in a single life, she'll feel less like this, like her whole life is being behind.
Listen, I agree with what you're saying. I think the one thing I read from this email that felt foreign to me, that we've talked about here, and on benefits we talked about it, is I'm falling behind my friends. I'm falling behind the group. And I read this email to Emily because I was like, wanted to hear how she felt. She was passionate. She was like, it fucking sucks. Like,
yeah,
and
I felt that way too. You know, younger than this person.
Totally. And so I want to make sure she feels validated like you did, because I agree. Everything she says is correct. Yeah, it sucks to go to a wedding alone and be around all these couples, and everyone's talking about love and how these people met and the romantic,
they're dancing,
and they're having fun. And you're the one person, and then they go, there's no other singles here. And you're right. Now, there's a lot of podcasts that are very successful at just telling women how right they are and then telling them that the world sucks, but offer no solutions. You know, like I think the power of this podcast is, you know, that we get to, you know, that we kind of delve into, like, let's get creative here. I asked Emily what's the most fun she had at a wedding where she was single. I was like, what's the best one you ever went to?
Well, it's probably one where she met a guy she's not going to tell you about.
I fucked him underneath the chapel. It was the most unbelievable night of my life. What? Really?
What's the second most fun wedding you went to?
What's the one where you didn't hook up that was fun? She said that the one where she was a bridesmaid, where she was actually like, and that she was she did she like was the justice of the peace, the person that she ran the wedding.
She officiated. Yeah.
She officiated her friend's wedding and like crushed in a way where I've heard about this from like everyone in her life. Like, everyone said it was like the most unbelievable, touching, great wedding they'd ever been to. Like, and I've heard about it from other people. Like, it wasn't just like Emily telling me how great she was. And so my takeaway from that, because I like to listen, I listen to women, I'm a hero, is being busy is a good way. Well, first of all, everything she said to us in an email, she's right. Now, never say it again. Okay? No one gives a fuck.
Let it out.
Yeah, you get it out. You're right. You've been agreed with. Everyone's in a relationship. It sucks to go to a wedding alone. Now, shut the fuck up and stop telling people that, because you are a buzzkill. You can write it to us, and I'm happy you did. But so being busy at a wedding is really good. And I think that also means dancing and being the firecracker that may, and how do you dance at a wedding? Even if you're uncomfortable doing it, which I am uncomfortable dancing at a wedding. I don't think it's like the most fun, but anytime I've tried to dance at a wedding, I wish I knew the words to a song because I think it's easier to lose yourself on the dance floor if you know the words and you can scream them out. So I would go to ChatGPT and I would say, make a playlist of the most popular 2026 dance songs. And then I would listen to that playlist on repeat leading into the wedding that you're going to so that you know the words a little bit and you can jump on the dance floor and sing along and kind of get lost in yourself. Because that person who's out of and I would never, the only time I'd sit is during the speeches. I wouldn't sit the whole night. And I would prepare for this 4-hour wedding as if it was my dance party and I'm going to go have fun. Then I would go to the cocktail hour and I would talk to everyone because that's like college orientation. You all are in the same spot. You're not going to meet anyone during the dance party. You have to go to the cocktail hour wanting to meet people. Hey, what brought you here? Who do you know? Those are all great and easy questions. It's like when we say dating in college must be so easy because you all have the same classrooms and what's your major? You have things in common. You have things in common. So get the wedding playlist, 10 songs that are played at every wedding, learn the words, go to the cocktail power.
Homework assignment here.
This is a homework assignment.
Eat all of the oysters.
Eat all the oysters.
Yes.
Go talk to people at the cocktail party. Where are you from? How do you know the couple? And then get on the dance floor and dance and, go to your friends whose boyfriends are bumps on a log, grab their hand when they're sitting, grab them up to dance with you, scream the words out, and have as much fun as possible because you're going to get through this. And I will say this. We talked on the podcast about when I, went out with Emily again. And part of how we got back together is that I mentioned that I saw a post from her on social media. Do you remember? And we kept it in the episode.
Yes, where she looked happy.
The video I remember most is her dancing alone at a wedding. That's the video I remember most. So there is something to that. There has to be.
I would agree with that. I don't know if you have to memorize the lyrics to songs, but if you want to go the extra mile.
Listen to the 10 on repeat. I think when I can say the words, I feel more comfortable dancing alone.
Sure. Yes. I would say that's great advice. If you need to put yourself in a position of fake it till you make it, I would imagine when you go to these weddings, you already have a boyfriend. Your boyfriend can't make it to the wedding. How do you act? Pretend you're in a different scenario. Because I agree, you're going as single girl who's upset that she's single, feeling jealous of all the happy couples. That's not a good vibe. But imagine you were going to this wedding solo, already in a relationship. How would you act? How would you enjoy yourself?
Right. And go dance. I just think it's hard with a question like this because it's like saying that couple will break up. Well, you'll probably be right one day or no one will say you're wrong. No one's ever going to go to someone who's negative and tell them they're wrong because they're never going to be wrong.
Right.
Someone could come to me and go, I learned all the words to shout and I didn't have to get a boyfriend and I hated the wedding. And I go, well, sorry I made you do something fun.
Well, yeah. And I do think that the advice to go out and have a life surrounded by people in the same life stage as her, I do think that actually is helpful. It doesn't sound like something you would need to do. And maybe I think it's harder for men to get in that headspace. But I do think you feel better and you can enjoy the life you currently have more when you're doing a lot of fun things with those people in that stage. It makes you feel like you have more of a community because this is a community that she feels left out of. The coupled people, she doesn't feel like part of that community.
Well, at least she would also have the community to fall back on. Now this would be going to the alien planet of Relationshipville and it'll be a fun night as opposed to this is the world I live in where I'm the alien.
Yes.
And
I think
because I can go to my single friends, next week I'll be out with my single friends. So this week I get to play
Friday night you're at the bar with your single friend flirting with a guy and having a good time. Then the next day is Saturday, you've got this wedding.
Right. It's two different hangs.
But it feels like the wedding, if your whole life is coupled wedding every weekend and you're doing nothing in the single world, you're going to feel left out of it. I mean, I've said
Totally
this about
agree.
moving to the suburbs without kids. When I moved to the suburbs without kids and it was struggling to have kids, I wasn't like particularly fun to go to like a little kid's birthday. I'm like, I don't really have much
Right.
to
What am I going to talk about?
do. I have much to do here. It's like much
Right.
more. I would try to hang out with my other friends who had no kids. It would make me feel like, again, I could enjoy the perks of not having kids, and I could be around other people who were in the same stage as me, and it did feel better. I don't think men need to do that as much.
No, or maybe we'd be better off if we did. But that's part of the loneliness thing. You know, you go,
Right.
you know, when you go out in the West Village on a Thursday night, go look at every table. Women hanging out. Good luck. Remember, don't say this stuff out loud. You sound miserable, but we agree with you.
Yes. You've said it here. You're validated. Now,
Yeah.
shh.
Easy there, misery. Easy there. All right. So we had our fun. We did it. We solved dating again.
We'll be back next week. Bye.
Boom.